select the best diabetes program online. Hi friends, this is Dr. Mateen Sid, and in this short video, I'm going to share with you my selection criteria for the best and the most effective diabetes program online. P.D. Barnum once said, "There is a sucker born every minute," and that is true in the marketing world of today. You see, wherever there are people, marketers come in, and they got their own stories to sell the products and services they got. Online, as you search for information on diabetes, maybe it is a diet, maybe it's a supplement or an exercise plan or any gadgets for that matter. Whenever you do that, marketers come into the picture and you become the center target for their marketing efforts. You see, you have to be very careful in making choice for a good supplement, for a good diet program or an exercise program or a holistic program or even a service, right, for that matter, because your health depends upon, essentially your life depends upon, because it's a life and death matter. I get dozens of programs and supplements and products to be reviewed by myself, and majority of them do not make the cut. They do not follow the five simple selection criteria which I have, but there are a few ones which actually can make the difference. There are a few gems, as I can say, which I can give my thumbs up for you to really try and use. So let's see the selection criteria for the most effective program and apply our common sense plus the background information which I have as a medical doctor so that you make the best choices. The first criteria is natural program. The program has got to be including a comprehensive and integrated approach which combines these four things into some form. It's got to include a diet program, an exercise section, a rest and recuperation section, and also a value section which I call Dr. Happiness, as you know from my other videos. You see, if the program misses one or even two of these factors, I do not give a 10 out of 10 to this program. I really would stay away from such a program if it is too heavy on diet aspects while neglecting an exercise component or a rest component. If it's too strong on a supplement component while neglecting the exercise or the rest and recuperation or even the diet component, I do not consider it as fulfilling my criteria. So the program which anyone should be using should be a natural program, because we want to be away from dangerous supplements, or drugs and insulin. Also, we want to minimize their impact. So natural integrated approach is the best. If the program satisfies this, I give it some points. Second, the program has got to be scientific. You see, people just come up with a program, and the story goes like they have been living under the sun. They go to some remote island, find some remote doctor, some remote thing, and then they come up with a discovery. I really find that very strange, because the program now has got to be a scientifically backed. It's got to have some elements, at least, which the people are using and having a scientific basis. I always go for peer-reviewed journals. I always go for real stories. I always go for patient stories. I also see what is the reasoning behind that program. Why a supplement strategy, a diet strategy, an exercise strategy is being recommended as ones with lowered blood sugars and inflammation. So scientific program means the criteria number 2 is being followed. It's got to be safe. You see, Hippocrates says, first do no harm. You do not want to use something, a diet strategy which is very extreme, an exercise strategy which is very unsafe, or a supplement which has not been proven for long-term safety measures. If you use those, you're actually going to cause more harm than good. You do not want to do that. The program has got to be safe. The program has got to be effective and proven. In the short term, that means it should be reducing your blood sugar values within days and even weeks together. And in the long term, at 3 to 6 months down the line, it should be reducing your hemoglobin A1C level. Only then a program can be called as a diabetes reversal program. Otherwise, it's just a gimmick which reduces blood sugars, maybe in the short term, give you some hope, but does not really work in the long term. It's got to be effective and proven. Lastly, it's got to be doable. You see, I see programs, yes, I even know research with 600 calorie diets have reduced and even eliminated diabetes. But that does not mean that can be doable. It's not possible to follow the program for longer periods of time. It's got to have some baby steps, not a very big jumps, baby steps, but an integrated program in such a way that they are taking multiple baby steps throughout the day, and then it's got to be doable in the terms that it should be self-care. You should not really have a dietitian to be involved. You should not be having a high-paid personal trainer. You should not be asking you to take very high-end courses and engage people who charge you hour after hour. It should be self-care oriented. These 5 components are the key components to have a successful program. Here, once again, my criteria: it should be natural. It's got to have a scientific basis, no doubt about that. I'm a medical doctor. I want to give the safest prescription for my patients. Safety wise, it should be 100% safe. It should not have any harmful ingredients into the program. Diet or exercise wise, it should be effective, because effectiveness is the bottom line. If it's got to really work in the short term and the long term, and it's got to be doable. If all these five components are there, I really give the program a thumbs up, and I've got my own share my point system with you in another videos. Now there are lots of programs which I have reviewed, but one program which I really want you to have a look at is the Diabetes Smarts program. It's a program which has got an 8-part documentary plus a 30-day program which you can follow step by step, and it engages almost entirely the things I talk about, the 4 doctors approach. You gotta watch my review. The description contains a link to the review as well as to the program. Please have a look at that, and that will should really help you get started on diabetes reversal journey. I'm really very positive about program like this, because it really integrates everything into in such a way that it's researched back, it's motivating, it's a 30-day program. It really gets you started to balance your blood sugar levels and also manage that inflammation and insulin resistance to help you beat diabetes. If you like this video, please subscribe, give a thumbs up for my video, and share your comments on which program did you find the best and any criteria which you would like to add me to make sure that the program which I review are really safe and effective for you to do that. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Until the next video, be diabetes proof.